What's going on, everybody? DJ GoHam here. Welcome back to the channel. I want to do something really cool and really neat for you guys. Now, right now you are seeing the desktop for my Mac. If I can bring my mouse over here, you can see wee. Like this paint picture goes. Anyway, so as you've seen from the title, I'm sure, we are going to make a video together. Now, I've tried to do this on a live stream before, and it just didn't work out. So today, we're going to make one together. And it's going to be on a video. We're making a video in a video. First things first, I have Game Capture pulled up. The reason I have Game Capture pulled up, well, you don't see it, but it's actually what I'm recording this video with, which is crazy. So the first thing we need to do is we need to open Final Cut Pro. Now we want to start a new project. Today's project is going to be from the video that you guys saw earlier. It's going to be Lone Oak episode 49. Now, in that video, as you saw at the end, the game completely crashed. So we're going to come up with a title based on that. So what I'm going to say is we could do something called, Game Crashes or The Ultimate Fail RIP, which I think I'm going to go with something like that. And again, you can just think of these titles, and the titles mean something, but they only really mean something for like a day or two. And that's when everybody watches your videos, and then it starts to go down. Let's say you get 1,000 views the first 2 days. Well, you may only get like 100 the next week or more after that. So the title only matters for a day or two, and then you can move on. So we're going to call this one Ultimate Fail RIP Lone Oak. Ultimate Fail! Exclamation point. RIP Lone Oak. And then we put the little page break in, and then we put Lone Oak episode 49, which it is. And then this is going to be Let's Play FS17. So now that we've got everything, it's in the correct event, and the time code start at 00. Now, all this is stuff that I've got set ahead of time, but this is good. Cool. So now we have our project here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go into Finder, and then we're going to go into where I have all my stuff. In DJ GoHam Gaming, Recordings, Game Capture HD. Now, I have other things in here as well. For instance, I have things from the FS19 video that we did long time ago. Stuff like that. We have clips, logos in here. This is the logo from the video we did a little while back. I've got one for Spartan, Farm Sim 17, my YouTube logo, all stuff like that. But we want to go into recordings. We want to go to HD, and we want to import Lone Oak. Now, these are all in segments, so we're going to have to import segment 1. Down in, drag it, drop, click, and then bump out. Oh, goodness. Can we bump out? There we go. Okay. So we've got our first clip here, and we just want to do that with every single clip. We want to drag and drop, and drag and drop, and drag and drop. And the more clips that we drag in, why would we do that? I wish I could tell you that doesn't happen that much, but it does. Oh, it does. So we drag each clip down. Sometimes it pops in, sometimes it doesn't. That's fine. We just jump out of that and keep dragging in clips. Bam, bam, whoop, clicked off. And one last clip. There we go. So now we're in here, and the audio is starting to load. Now, this episode right here in particular, I tried to keep my face away from the microphone as much as possible. And even making this video now, I'm back and forth. So I know right in here, this is a speedy right here, because there's no talking. Everywhere else there's talking except for here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to highlight this video right here, that clip, and that clip. We're going to come over here and hit loudness. What that's going to do is that's going to bump up the audio volume. So now instead of it being a normal volume of the input that we put in, it maximizes every bit of audio in there and brings it as high as possible. Now I'm looking at this, and this looks pretty loud compared to this. And then these all look very similar. As of right now, I'm not going to mess with that, but we are going to come back and take a look at that later. Now, as far as the speedies go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select these, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bring the audio all the way down. Next, I'm going to click on modify, and we're going to retime fast 8 times. Now we have our speedy through here. So I can click on here. Let's bump in. Go. Bump over. Bam. Bump over. Bam. I want to do this field. And then now we have our speedy. And we're going through. And I can click in between and make sure that all these clips look nice. And they do. They look really good. And then we click back here. So we've got virtually every single field done. Nice. We've got this video almost done too. So now let's click back out. So now we have the audio's done and the speedy's done. Now what we want to do is select and add cross dissolve. Now some people don't do this. I do. I like the way it looks. Let's just show you one thing. So this is how the video would start if I didn't do a cross dissolve. Buckets. We are buckets. We're buckets. But it doesn't, it just starts. It doesn't come from nowhere. And I don't like that. So I'm going to select all, and then we're going to go into edit, add cross dissolve. It's going to come up with this, says there's not enough extra media beyond the clip edges to create the transition. What it's saying is at the beginning and the very end, there's not enough audio and video in order to cross dissolve. So it's just going to put it at the end and the beginning of the clip, which is great because the beginning and the ends of my clips are a little long. So I'm going to click create transition. Now our screen is totally black. Now when I hit play, buckets. We are buckets. Which is nice. It comes from nowhere. Really, really cool. Let's click on this transition. Now when I click this, there, I want to do all these fields. And it kind of bumps in. Check out the difference between the speedies. Yeah. Again, here. And it just transitions nice and smooth and organized. Now, going from this, all these fields. It's loud and it goes to nothing. Well, we got to put some music in here. First thing we need to do is find out how long this is. So I select all, 1 minute and 34 seconds for all 4 of these clips. It says that right here. So I know that my Lone Oak will work just fine. So let's go back over here. Music for videos, FS17. I already have FS19. I have the Felsbrunn audio that I really like, and we're going to use that whenever it comes out. So I have video series here. I haven't used these. The time-lapse EDM is sweet, but we're not going to go with that. We want the Lone Oak theme. We also have Oregon Springs, Thornton Farm, and Welker Farms in here. So we want to grab the Lone Oak theme and simply just drag it in. Usually right at the beginning of where the transition into the speedy is where I want the audio to start. So we're going to bump into this and get a really, really close look. Now, sometimes you would need to come and adjust the volume of the speedy. Now, we don't have to do that. So I'm just going to simply bring it in. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I do have the Logitech G502 mouse. So I can set it to pretty much do whatever I want it to do. And I have some side buttons set to zoom in and out. Makes it easy. Now, let's listen to it and see how it sounds. Let's turn the volume up a little bit, just so it sounds good. These fields. That's good. It doesn't fade out like I want it to. And it's kind of abrupt. And usually I like that into the speedy. But for this one, I don't. So I'm going to create a crescendo, I guess. I don't know, fade in. So now let's listen to it and let's see how it sounds. All these fields. I like that. It's not as obtrusive and it sounds pretty good. And I know it's going to sound good straight through. So now what we need to do is set the end of the speedy. So I want to see, I'll always normally will come in and say like, all right, well, we got that done now. And as soon as I say now, or whenever I say what we've done, and then into the transition into my next sentence, that's when I like for the music to be over. So let's listen for where that is. Now, the background music's still going to be on top. So that's something to think about. So we've got virtually... So about right there is where I want it. So I want to click that, and then I want to hit cut. Now it's cut that section away. And what I can do is I can transition into this. So this is where the audio is going to start for the next clip. And I simply want to create a different type of fade. Now, for these, you can use these for different things. Linear is great for doing very gradual, and you can see the line. S-curve is kind of like loud, loud, super soft, but then it continues on, which is really cool. Plus 3 dB kind of takes this curve, and takes the center and bumps it out 3 decibels. So then you've got loud, 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 just like that. The negative 3 dB is the opposite. So it takes the linear and pulls it down 3 dB. So you get meow. So you still get audio, but it's not in the foreground. It's under everything. That's where I like to end my speedies with. So now let's take a look. So we've got version. And there we go. It gets it out of the way. It moves it, and we're good. That's exactly what I want. So now what I can do is we can zoom out, and then we want to take the ending of the Lone Oak theme and put it at the end. Now, all this is good. We are going to go through and check our transitions because every once in a while we can find something that has kind of messed up. So this right here is where, so I sold that, and right there is where the game froze. So let's take this. Let's move it. I know for a fact right here is where I said peace, because it does the same thing every time. I know what it looks like. Let's just, for fun's sake. Peace. Yeah, peace. And then it's going to zoom out, or I will zoom out. Let's bring that in, and then simply give that a linear fade down so that you hear audio coming out, but you don't see anything. So you get this. So I want the last guitar hit a little bit earlier. So you get that last note, and it starts to fade out from there. And you kind of know, all right, well, that's where that is. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to find, I can drag this in because if I extend it, then I get more of the audio from that track. So it's okay doing that. I want to find where it was that I froze. Mouse. Here we go. I don't know how much money we got for it. Right there. Oh, I'm stuck. Yep. And we'll keep it dramatic. Yep.
Did my game just crash?
It did. It did just crash. I lost everything. You can freeze that if you want to see my gamer tag.
I didn't save any of that.
No, I didn't. It sucked. So let's find where I start talking, and that's where we're going to bring this Lone Oak theme out to. So we have the end.
That was about 4 hours worth of work right there is what that was.
It definitely was.
Well, it seems that the live stream tomorrow is now going to be very eventful.
Okay. So that's where I started talking right there. So we'll take this out and we'll drag it to that and it'll snap. And then all I have to do, give this a couple seconds of in, and then I know I run negative 10 dB, not negative 19, negative 10. I'm up here in the top right-hand corner. I know I always run negative 10 dB on the Lone Oak theme at the very end. So now I can click this.
Work right there is what that was. Well, it seems that the live stream tomorrow is now going to be very eventful. Because we got a lot of stuff to do. All right, guys. Well, on that bombshell, it is time to end Bribe. Dang it. I'll see you later. Peace.
Okay, so we've hit the beginning, middle, and end. Technically, we are done. Now what I want to do is zoom in, and then we're going to check the beginning and end of each transition. And I'm going to use the space bar to start and stop, and of course use my mouse to move.
Buckets.
You can hear my chair move a little bit there.
Buckets.
So what I want to do is I want to take that down. I think this right here is the chair moving.
Bucket.
Nope, it's this right here. So what I can do is I can bring that there and cut that. Now this clip is a completely separate clip. So let's delete that. Let's drag out. And then now I can take this audio clip, transition it all the way in, and I can go in and I can change the EQ. So we can do loudness, bass boost, bass reducer, treble booster, treble reducer. I'm going to do treble reducer. That way it takes that creaking sound out. Now let's see what it sounds like.
Buckets.
You still hear it right there. So again, I'm going to cut. And I'm going to cut right.
Bucket.
Actually, I may completely take out, and these are little troubleshooting things that sometimes you don't think about, or, you know, I don't know, think about. So now that I know I've done that, I'm actually going to undo a lot of the work that I just did. Now I have the transition at the beginning, and then this going into buckets. And then we're going to do just a slight bump in so the audio doesn't sound weird. Let's see what this sounds like.
Buckets. We are buckets.
Cool. I like the way that is. Let's check it one more time.
Buckets.
So the first thing you hear is my voice and then everything going on in the background. Cool. I like that. So let's check the other transitions now.
Well, that would be a problem then, wouldn't it? There we go.
Yeah. So if you notice, what I wanted to do in this clip was get, and let's zoom in on this. What I wanted to do is get the map overview. Why am I getting... It's Howard. He said he's still alive. He was up for like 28 hours. Anyway, so that happens too. You get text messages when you edit. I wanted to keep the foreground, and you can see all of this change in the map, but the background, and the background changes as well. But you don't notice it. Now watch.
Buckets.
Nope.
We're
not buckets. Here we go. Watch this green.
Well, that would be a problem then, wouldn't it?
And it all changes.
There we go. That is much, much better.
Cool. I like the way that transition looks. Let's move on to the next transition, which is the speedy, which I already know is good, but I'm going to check all of these transitions anyway, just to make sure it's all good.
Filled up there. I want to do all these fields.
So there's one thing here that's kind of irritating me, and that is the fact that this audio doesn't go away fast enough. So I'm going to delete the transition. I'm going to go ahead and extend this back out, and then I need to find where I stopped talking here.
I want to do all these fields.
Right there. That's where this audio needs to start going away. So we're going to hit a linear. No, we're not going to hit a linear down. We're going to hit a -3 down. And we're going to click back on this and add cross dissolve. Create. And then bam. It just kind of bumps it over. Now the audio should go away much quicker.
There, I want to do all these fields.
It's not perfect, but it will do the job. Now let's check this transition just for visual purposes. That looks great. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's check this one. That one looks good too. One more. Nice. And then I'm just going to let that play out because we don't have to go very far with it.
So we've got virtually...
Nice. Virtually what, DJ? Virtually what? Tell us. So we know that works. That looks good. And nothing. Where's the next clip? Oh, it's down here. There we go. So we have 2 more clips to check out. First one's first, right here.
But do we have enough room in both of those silos over there? Only time's going to tell on that. We have...
A little abrupt, I must say, but it does work. Okay, I do see a dip right here, and I want to find out what's going on there. Is it just me not talking?
Which means we've got to buy another placeable.
Okay. So it's dramatic effect only. Geez, DJ, you're so dramatic. One more transition, and we have to double check the ending.
It's irritating. We are on.
Okay, not bad. Sounds like I need to turn the game volume down a little bit when I'm recording, which is something that I'll be doing for the next one. Why don't you guys tell me that in chat, huh? That's y'all's fault. I'm kidding. I'm messing. I love you guys. Don't leave me. All right. So let's hit this.
Well, it seems that the live stream tomorrow is now going to be very eventful.
Yes, it will be.
Dang it. I'll see you later. Peace.
Perfect. We have everything we need there. Everything we were looking for. Now we can go into share. I want to put this on the YouTubes. We have Ultimate Fail, Rip, Long Oak. Perfect. Now, this video about... Nah, we're taking that. Well, I guess you guys just saw my name there, didn't you? DJ Go Ham as the creator. We'll keep today's date as a tag. We want to put Ultimate Fail. And then Rip Long Oak. Okay, and then we need to do a couple different things with different tags. So I've got Lone Oak. Well, I know it's Lone Oak, and I know it's Lone Oak Farm. I also know that Bullet Bill was the creator of Lone Oak. So what I'm going to do is we're going to put Lone Oak, and then we're going to put Lone Oak Farm. And then I'm going to put Bullet Bill. Now, some people spell it with a space, some people don't. So I'm going to spell it with both. Bullet Bill, how he would write it, and then Bullet Bill, the way people who don't know him would write it. Next thing is episode 49. So I'm going to put you can't see it. There we go. Ep 49. which is exactly what we had. Now I'm also going to put episode. I messed it up. Episode 49. And then 39. Come on, DJ. And then finally, EP without a period, 49. Then we have Let's Play. So I'm going to do Let's Play. Let's Play without a apostrophe. I'm going to put Let Us Play. There we go. And then Play Along. Because, I mean, it's kind of a play along, right? And then finally, we have Farm Sim 17. Now, I've tried doing different things, and I've found what... sorry, what gets more views. Instead of putting, like, Farm Sim 17 or Farming Simulator 17, I found it best that I put Farm Sim or Farming Simulator or FS. And then, in a different tag, use the number. So what I'm going to put... All right, Farming Simulator. Then I'm going to write Farm Sim. And then I'm going to put FS. Now I'm going to put 2017. And 17. That's everything in the main area right now. Ultimate Fail, Rip Lone Oak, Lone Oak Farm, Bullet Bill, episode 49, or EP 49, episode 49, EP 49, Let's Play, Let Us Play, Play Along, Farming Simulator, Farm Sim, FS 2017, and 17. Next, yes, I want to publish. Perfect. Now, as if it wasn't crazy enough, we have to find a picture. Now, one thing I did not do was take a screenshot. So what I need to do is I need to go back through and find a really good picture that I think would work great. So because this thing right here, the Noir mouse, was the problem, what I'm going to do... Okay, so that's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is in the 7th video. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into the software. And I'm going to find where in the software it is. So, I'm going to drag this over here. I know it's in the 7th video. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I know it's in here somewhere. So let's hit play. We have hit play. So we've got that.
Now.
Wait for it. There we go. So we've got that. And now I want to simply take a screenshot. Now I can bring this back over to my other screen and go back to capture so I can make sure that this video is being captured correctly. Now, we are going right into the YouTubes, but not only are we going into the YouTubes, we are going to quite a few different things. Wait, did I click on borders? There we go. So 3 things that I've typed in. I'm in a cool text. I am in, well, if this is ever going to go, I have my thumbnails and a borders. Now, this is all stuff you can use just about whatever you can think of to make these videos. So I always use Skate to do these. Now, the title of the video, again, is Ultimate Fail Rip Lone Oak. So I'm going to use Rip Lone Oak in the thumbnail. So I'm going to go back to Google Chrome. In here, we're going to put Rip Lone Oak. Just like that. And I'm going to change my text to white. Outline with 4, just to kind of make the text a little slim looking. Shadow, I'm going to go heavy blur with the Lone Oak orange that I've already picked out, and click that opacity way up. And then we are good to go. It is a PNG image. And click it to download it. And then it puts it right there. Now, we're going to go into here. And we've got new mods and testing, the Felsbrunn, another mods. Here we go. Here is Lone Oak. Now this is Adobe Spark, which is fantastic. It's kind of like Photoshop in a way, but it's all online. It's kind of nice. So I've got Mustang is in trouble. This is from the last one. So I'm going to click out of that. We'll click here, replace, and upload a photo. Now it's in downloads, or no, sorry, it's on desktop. Here it is. Bam. Click it. And it's going to bring it in, and we're going to take a look at the color. Very first thing, we're going to look at the color. Now it is running a little slower for a couple reasons. One, I'm recording a video on the same computer that I'm doing all this, which is in Game Capture again, but I'm also uploading a video from Final Cut right there. Click back on Google Chrome. This looks good. We could go a little more zoomed in with it. So let's put that there and then bring it to the right a little bit. That way we can get our text down here and it won't be in the way. Now this is pretty bright. So I'm going to go down here to color and hit multiply. What that's going to do is that's going to kind of give us some different color options. Now this one's a little darker, but I feel like it fits better. So that's good. So we're going to take that. And then click off, add a photo, upload photo, go to downloads. That's going to be our cool text, Rip Lone Oak. And we have our Lone Oak logo in the top. Click that, bring it right down. I think that's a good size. I like that. Cool. Click download. So now we've gone from our text. Now we have Lone Oak downloaded. Now we need to go into Lunapic. Lunapic is really cool and is awesome for doing stuff like this. Now we want to click Lone Oak and upload, open. Now that we have that uploaded, looks good. It's kind of got that almost like a matte orangish yellow going on. It makes it look like fall. It really does. I mean, there's fall colors in it, but it makes it look like fall, which is great. Now, I only use this for one thing, and that's borders. You can use this. I could do this for everything, but I feel like Adobe Spark does a much better job at that. So now I want to go in here to the custom Lone Oak orange. We've gone through a couple different oranges. That first one was nasty. That right there, that is actually the Farm Sim 19 orange. And then, of course, you have Westbridge. This is the green from Morgan Springs. The blue from Fact Finding. I can't remember what this blue's from. And then this blue right here is from Welker Farms. So we want the Lone Oak orange, select, and we want the thickness of our border to come up. Now what it's done is it shrunk the whole video, brought it in, or the whole video, the whole photo, brought it in and added this orange around it. Now, when we jump back in, it makes it look like the Lone Oak logo is kind of like an indent, like a straight out of the border. So it makes, if I can zoom out here, it makes this look like part of the border as where the rest of it isn't. However, as you saw, this Lone Oak is part of, well, stutter a P, is part of the whole thing. And again, the orange in the background of Rip Lone Oak is the same orange. Pretty cool, huh? Actually, it looks a little yellow on the screen that you guys are seeing. It's orange. Then we want to apply. And I want to zoom back in. There we go, 100%. And save. Bam! It has saved. So now we can click out of these. And all we have to do now is wait for the video to upload and then simply jump in here into Video Manager. Wapow! And then go in, edit the video. So let's say we have our update video, the mod update video from yesterday. Let's go in, click edit, and that'll show us everything. So we've got the video here. I can click in and change the image, check if I want to be public or not, advanced settings, which I always change, and right here. So that is going to be it for how to make a video with DJ. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I was only going to be able to come out with one video today, but I wanted to make sure that I got out an extra video, something fun, something exciting. Now I get to go back and edit this video. Yeah. Now I get to edit 2 videos in one night instead of one video. As you can see, it is 4:47 in the morning. The video that I just edited is going to come out at 8 a.m. Crazy. And this video is going to come out at lunchtime. Oh boy. That's a 35-minute video. 36. Oh no. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please drop a like. If you have not already, please subscribe. If you want to see more like this, let me know. If you have any questions on video editing or audio editing, let me know. This video was inspired by FS Club and Smoke, chatting it up with them in their stream last night. I say last night. They quit streaming about 30 minutes ago my time. And I wanted to kind of get out. I told him on stream, I was like, it sometimes will take 5 minutes or 10 minutes to edit a video. With me sitting here telling you, it looks like it took about 30 minutes to edit a 24-minute and 32-second video. So it just depends. But anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day. Wait, did I do the whole thing? Crap. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like. Please subscribe. I hope you have a great day, and we will see you later. Peace. There we go.